The rejection rate for F1 student visa in the United States has reached its highest level in the decade, causing significant concern among Indian students aspiring to study in the US. If we talk about stats, then in 2023, which runs from October 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2024, the US received a total of 6.79 lakh applications for F1 visas. Shockingly, 2.79 lakh of these applications, that is about 41%, were rejected. This marks a significant increase from the previous year, that is 2022, when 2.53 lakh applications, or we can also say 36% of the total of 6.99 lakh applications, were denied. Well, the data highlights a worrying trend. More students are seeing their dreams of studying in the US shattered at the visa stage. What makes it even more alarming for Indian students is that India has now become the largest source of international students in the US. The Open Doors 2024 report confirmed that 2023-24, the number of Indian students in the US surpassed the number of Chinese students, making up 29.4% of all international students in the country. In absolute numbers, this translates to a record-breaking 3.31 lakh Indian students studying in the US. Yet, despite this growing presence, Indian students are facing mounting obstacles in obtaining visas, with a sharp decline in the approval. While the US government has not yet disclosed country-wise data on F1 visa rejection, reports indicate that the number of student visas issued to Indians have dropped drastically. Between January and September 2024, only 64,008 Indian students received F1 visa, and that is a sharp decline from 1.03 lakh issued in the corresponding period in 2024. Further analysis of updated US State Department data shows that this figure is slightly lower at 63,973. This drop is significant considering that 93,000 plus visas were issued to Indian students in 2022 and 65,000 plus visas were issued in 2021. These numbers suggest that Indian students are facing more hurdles in securing student visas just as compared to previous year. The increasing rejection rate is not just a matter of numbers. It has far-reaching implications for thousands of students and their families too. Many Indian families invest years of savings, and that too into higher education abroad, taking loans and making financial sacrifices just in hope that their children will have access to world-class education and career opportunity in the US. For those who receive rejection, it can be a devastating blow, both emotionally and financially. The visa process itself is already stressful, requiring extensive documentation, proof of financial stability, and a convincing demonstration of intent just to return back to India after completing their studies. The rising rejection rate suggests that more students are failing to meet their stringent criteria, or that US visa officers are becoming stricter in their assessments. The US State Department has not provided any clear reason for the surge in F1 visa denials. A spokesperson from the department stated that all visa applications are processed on case-by-case basis in accordance with the Immigration and Nationality Act and other regulations. However, the lack of transparency about specific reasons behind the increase in rejection leaves students and experts speculating. Some believe that changing immigration policies, increased scrutiny on potential overstays, and general tightening of visa norms are contributing the factor. Additionally, the US has revised its methodology for counting visa approvals and denials since 2019, making it harder to compare historical data accurately. The rise in visa denials in the US also comes at a time when other countries are imposing stricter regulations on international students. Canada, which has long been a favored destination for Indian students, announced in 2024 that it would cap study permit approvals, leading to a 35% decrease as compared to 2023. It further announced a 10% reduction in study permits for 2025. The Canadian government cited concern about the increasing burden on housing, healthcare, and other public services as a reason for the cap. Similarly, the UK, where Indian students form the second largest group of international students, recently imposed restriction on student visa holders, bringing their dependents. These measures have resulted in a sharp 40% decline in international student enrollment at British universities. With major study destination tightening their visa policies, Indian students are now left with fewer options and greater uncertainties. The US remains a top choice due to its prestigious universities and diverse job opportunities. But the growing difficulty in obtaining an F1 visa is making the dream of studying in America increasingly tough.